I'd like to call the Drainage Board back in order for May 12, 2026. I'll have the prayer and the pledge of allegiance. Lord Jesus, come to you this day and ask you to guide us in the county's business. Always do what's right for the whole. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, I need approval of the minutes.
Approve the minutes as presented.
Need a second.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to claims. One second here.
Do two things at once. Can't read, right? Yeah.
Okay, moving on to claims. Cook's Excavating, $795 for Winger Ditch. The fund has $32,732.50. Chronicle Tribune for $54.06. Crane Pond. The fund has $8,800 and $8,807.59. Craig's Excavating, $2,037 for Farley and Owl.
You skipped the Chronicle, the second Chronicle.
Sorry.
No problem.
Chronicle Tribune, $44.70. Crane Pond has $88,0759 in the fund. Bragg's Excavating, $2,037. Farley and Howell. The fund has $219,511.24 in the fund. John's Repair, $2,357. Baker Ditch, the fund has $20,288.64. Tom's Excavating for $1,000. Luger Creek, the fund has $83,611.93. And John's Repair for $2,130. The Dean Ditch, the fund has $2,787.07.
Chuck, that should be Luger Tile, not Luger Creek.
Tile.
And it's Fadley, not Farley, or whatever you said. Fadley.
Hadley. So I need a motion.
Go ahead. Make a motion to approve the claims.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, the next one is Cook Excavating for $2,920. Pipe Creek. The fund has $136,410.49. Have another one for Cook's Excavating for $1,292. Pipe Creek, the fund has $136,410.49. Cook's Excavating at $825 at Pipe Creek. Fund has $136,410.49 in the fund. And Cook Excavating for $1,175. Pipe Creek, $136,410.49 in the fund.
It's all on jams.
That's what I want.
Jams and burning up the old jams after they. Okay.
I approve these claims as presented.
Second.
You get that, Mary?
Gordon,
Yeah.
Doug,
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed?
Abstain.
Kenny, one abstain. Motion carries. Moving on to old business. Little newbie discussion.
Raymond, you want to discuss it or you want me to discuss it? So the last month, or last meeting, we approved, Clay taking the trees off of Little Newbie. I didn't catch it that it only went to Meridian Street, so I was talking to Raymond. And since that bid did not come back as high as we thought it was going to be, and with the amount of money still in that account, whether we're interested in going on to finish cleaning the Little Newbie to the south side, getting the trees off to the south side of 22. And so just whether we want to make a motion to get Raymond to send out the letters for bids, or what we want to do.
You mean Mary?
Mary, excuse me, Mary. Mary send out, yeah. So,
Raymond will just have to get the letter ready.
yeah. So that's where there's 106,000 in that account, and then I think that bid came back, I don't remember, somewhere around 25 20s, I think.
Is there enough money in there?
Yeah. I wouldn't say that should
He
be-
gets spent in a lot of different directions, but there is money
Depends.
in there. Yeah, where do you want to spend the money?
Yeah, there's $106,693 in that account. And that first part that they sent out was bid out to McCain's at $22,743. So that gets somewhere around $84,000 in that account left still.
That gets us brushed, and we still may have some big trees in the trailer court that may need to come down to dig, but until they brush it, won't identify those until that point. There could be some more money, maybe 10,000 more spent in the trailer court, but besides that,
What trailer court is it?
Sissel's, White Oaks. There's all kinds of obstacles in there.
Yeah.
Sheds, buildings, campers, sewer lines, and big trees and electrical wires.
McCain's going home with a bid again until they get the first part done, see if the machine works.
Yeah, I mean, he was just, said calling again.
You might not want to bid again until you see if your machine does the job you want.
How soon will you be there?
We're still probably 2 months away. I would say that.
So yeah, so we're going to initiate this, which I guess I'd like to see it get initiated just to keep this thing moving. And whether McCain's do it or, if they do get, let me rephrase it, if they do get the bid, they can do it while they're there or whether somebody else does it, but at least continue that process so the job can be done.
Or at least table it, and then when he's closer to getting there, he could just come back and,
Well, we're still, we're still at least 2 weeks or a month away by the time we get the letters out and the bids out.
oh, okay.
And so, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah, we can,
And then Raymond, I did go meet with Seabold, because it's a lot of going through their woods, and they're in favor of it. They're in favor of getting the thing cleaned up and, yeah, so I guess the board just needs to make a motion and then to continue on with the bid process of the Little Newbie.
I would like to interject that we did do the 2 bids last meeting, and we had 3 bids on 2 different jobs. Most contractors are busy at the moment, whether we get numerous bids on this now or if we wait a month or 2 months and possibly get more bidders as the contractors become more available.
Who you send them to?
I don't, Mary does.
Is there a reason she just can't send them to everybody on the list? And then, let them guys decide who they're,
They went out to 7 people last time and got responses from 2, so.
Well, I mean, that's what you get.
It
That's
is
what
what
you
it is.
get.
What you get.
So I need a motion to go ahead and,
A letter to brush it from Meridian Street to State Road 22.
south of 22, we're going south of 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Decide. That's another,
Well, to brush it, because we're only talking about another 400 or 500 feet, right?
yeah.
And that way all the trees, that way we'll be done brushing it.
yeah,
If that's the way you guys,
you agree?
Yes, I agree.
So we need a motion.
I'll make a motion that we send letters out to accept bids on the Little Newbie from Meridian Street to south side 22. So we
South of
can,
the home sites.
yes, so we can get that brushed.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, moving on to new business, the Lumbo tile discussion.
This discussion on the Lumbo tile started a couple weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and there are some landowners here that can chime in, but Steve Miller from H&N Drainage called and wanted to know if had time to meet from the drainage board. So he's had some landowners talk to him, he talked to them, however you want to word it, about the possibility of replacing the Lumbo tile. Went and met with him, I think, 2 Saturdays ago, and just talked over what he knew about it, where things he thought they stood at, and go from there. So I did make a couple phone calls to some landowners, just see if stories matched and just what the landowner's opinion was. And so that's kind of where things are at today. I think we as a board have to decide what we want to do, or if the landowners want to take it and run with it and kind of do like we did on the Elliott, or they do it privately, or whether, the board can work with them on collecting assessments and help pay for it. A couple facts or a couple things about the Lumbo. Currently, before taxes are collected, there's $68,281.99 in there. It will collect $20,187.95. It shuts off at $80,751. So it will shut off this year, correct?
But it'll just run on collectively use out of it.
Yeah, it'll shut off this year unless it's used out of it. On the Lumbo tile, there is 1,272 acres on it that's currently collecting at $15 an acre. So
How much, 15?
15. And 22 home sites that collect $50 an acre. So basically, this is just to inform the board what discussions were taken, what discussions happened out there, what was kind of being said in your packets. You all should have a watershed map that Raymond provided. He sent me of the actual Lumbo, and I think you all landowners have a copy now. And so,
Get your packet.
so that's where we're at. It's just to get a discussion started.
Get it?
Did you get, didn't get the packet? Or you gotta pick it up?
I laid one down from it.
So let's just get discussion started to decide, and then the landowners can speak on how they want to handle it, or if they want to have a private meeting, amongst themselves to see where they want to go.
I don't have one.
And go from there.
I've got one, he got them now.
I laid it in front of somebody up here.
So, does the board have an opinion?
I like maybe the landowners, what they wanna do.
The landowners have opinion.
Their money.
Is there anybody in the public that want to speak on it?
Oh, opinion whether we ought to do it?
Well, opinion on how, whether you want to, whatever you want to talk about.
Come up there and speak on the phone.
Come up here and speak up to the microphone.
You have to give your name and your address, sir, just for the record.
After looking at the map and adding up the acres, I'll have 25% of this. So.
What's your name and your address, sir?
Max Middlesworth. And probably some of the oldest tile in the county. I think 130 years old. And we're fixing 2 right now as we speak. The backhoe's out there now, putting them in so we can get over them. So it's not gonna get any better. You can put the money towards fixing the old tile, or you can put in new, but it's not gonna get any better. So,
Does it need to go any bigger?
well,
Is it not
probably,
there?
although it's only running probably 500 gallon a minute now, if that. And sure, it'll be bigger. And it's twins coming from the creek all the way to 13. And whether we do twins or whether we do one or not will depend on some of the money and how easy it is. But it needs to go forward, and I would assume if we don't have to pay engineering costs, we'll take it over and handle it. So I can do some of that too.
That's a pretty good sized project.
Yes, it is.
Real big.
Have you got a figure? Is this $1 million project?
You know, I think it's close to it, but it's how big a tile they
I
want to
mean,
run.
an estimate.
Yeah, I think it's how big a tile they want to run, you know, what their goals are. Do they want to make it big enough to get rid of the waterways? Because you know as well as I do, there's, you know, all that water runs over top of the ground. And whether it's, you know, we size it to take care of that waterway and to get rid of it, whether you move it over into the hill to get more cover. You know, and that way it's, you know, not so shallow. So yeah, so I think it just needs to be maybe decided, you know, whether the landowners want to take it over. You know, somebody's got to do the survey and the tracing, you know, coming up with how
You saying if they want to take
It's
it
not a
over,
matter of surveying.
say
You
it's
can
not gonna
see
get
where it's
done
at.
until we have the money.
Like he
so-
said, it's an old
Yeah.
ditch.
Well, when I talk about taking over, whether they want to, you know, on the Elliott, we paid into the account, put it in ourselves, and then turn it over to the board
Yeah.
when we're done. That's what I'm talking about when they take it over.
Yeah.
Or whether they want the board to help collect the money over a certain amount of time, you know, a 2 or 3 time assessment.
But
Or
when
what?
you get into that, you said a magic word there. They're gonna have, Scott backed me up on this, I think. You're gonna have to take that 75 foot out, probably 150, because you're not gonna be able to put the tile in the same place it is at the present time. That tile isn't very deep.
Well, if
A couple feet deep is, a lot of that's,
Yeah, if it's
2 feet or less
bigger, you
deep.
got, if it's gonna be bigger, you've got a problem anyway.
Huh?
If it's gonna be bigger than what's existing, and the existing is shallow,
You're gonna have to move it over.
yeah,
And it's gonna have to be, it's need to be surveyed and depth. My suggestion is, and the board don't want in on this, is like the Lumbo, they hired a secretary, a president, and a speaker. And you need to have a hearing somewhere, all of you need to get together, because Johnny Bell will back me up that there's a lot more players in this now than there used to be. And they're all gonna have to get together like they did on Lumbo
On the Elliott.
and beat it out among yourselves. Huh?
You're saying Lumbo, Elliott is one.
Elliott.
Well, the Lumbo, or
Yeah.
the Elliott was the one that they got together.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
You know, they had a committee.
We knew what he's saying.
But the Lumbos are gonna have to do the same thing.
Yeah, so you got to have a committee.
And so,
And not all the players in there is gonna wanna spend the money. Yeah,
well, Kenny, let's talk about that.
Middlesworth may not be a problem to him, and there's a couple there's not a problem. But when you come in, you're gonna end up spending $1,000 an acre. It's gonna be an attention getter. So you're gonna have to get together, have a meeting, decide what you wanna do. If you want this table, the whole thing, forget about it. Bring it to the board. But the board don't want involved, in my opinion.
Well-
I won't vote for it.
Okay, when you say board don't want involved, a couple of us can go to their meetings without having a quorum, right?
Huh?
And
Yeah.
and at least participate and, you know, help encourage or do something. Raymond?
With it being a regulated ditch, the board has to be involved
Yeah.
regardless.
No, they don't have to be.
Yes, you do. You're in charge of it.
How did you get around it on the Elliott?
I'll tell you right now.
On the way I remember the Elliott is that the landowners formed a board formed a board, paid into, and formed a checking account, paid into that account. They put it in privately, in three different stages. And then when it was done here just recently, it just got turned back over to the board.
When you get put money in this thing,
Is that
this
how
could be a 10-year deal, but in 10 years from now, it's gonna be considerably higher.
Oh, I agree. It'd be a lot quicker for the landowners to do it outside of the drainage board.
Yeah, and so,
Because then they can approve the engineering, but the board should still approve the engineering if it's a regulated ditch. It should be presented.
They'll bring to us
Yeah.
what's going on,
But you,
but if they keep it private, they keep
but
it
they're gonna
private.
keep it private.
No, if they keep it private, you know, they have a lot more leeway to do what they want to do.
for everyone in the watershed, everyone needs the opportunity to hook up to it, and whether they can afford the big expense or not.
That's their problem, that's their problem.
But if an individual can't afford to hook it up, if they could go through the board and make payments for 5 years.
How's that work? Explain that a little bit.
I do not know. The board hasn't done that since I've been here, hasn't done it for a long time. But
Is that a Darren Bates question?
You don't know.
possibly.
And it's a good place to keep your nose out of it.
But you don't want to put a tile in and then have a string of homes with sewers not working because their tile didn't get hooked up.
So,
Because then you get houses that are condemned because their sewers won't work, and
Yeah.
it turns into a nightmare.
the main thing of this, and then, I want to make this clear, this was not all the landowners or people in the watershed did not get a letter. So it's really not a public meeting.
No.
And so if we proceed much, we really got to have a public meeting unless they want to have their own meeting on their own.
Well, the homeowner will be involved in this.
So that's kind of where it's at, or does that make sense to you landowners that are here, that are in the watershed?
That you guys need to get together and then come back to us and pretty much have to do it like the LO.
How many homes? How many
I
homes?
won't
22.
I won't bid, I won't
22.
bid either way.
What other questions you got for the board as a landowner?
How you raise the money, $1 million, money for a ditch when not everybody's gonna participate, though, balk like a donkey. I mean, they're not gonna, some landowners are not gonna, don't wanna pay it, can't pay it.
And
So
that's-
you never get the job done, you keep going to meetings. It's gotta be done. I mean, there's a lake out there now, we're either gonna farm it or have a pay pond. But that's, it needs to be done. And how you get it done, you gotta assess them and I don't know how you make them pay, but it's gotta be done.
So are you, just out of curiosity, you're Charlie Weaver, right?
Correct.
Would you rather go be assessed, or would you rather have it privatized and then turn it back over to the board? Just,
I'd rather be assessed.
okay.
But a homeowner, that strip of homes that you're talking about, they're supposed to have permission to when they built those homes, have permission to hook into the ditch. And that wasn't given, they just did it anyway. I don't know why, if you got 5 acres or 2.5 acres, whatever it is, why wouldn't they put a mound system in and leave that ditch alone? It's plugged tighter than a rubber band right in there, and there's no water running at all.
Where's the homeowners? Down along 9th Street?
Correct.
Well, I think you're right. They're gonna have to create a board and get them all together.
They
and
are.
work.
Well, I think they just need to have a general meeting first, just
Yeah.
the landowners and,
And they may say nothing.
Yeah.
Or get none. And if they do,
we gotta go on. Go ahead, Max.
When,
Get up there.
If we go
before
through
get-
Hang on, come up here for a
if we
minute.
go through the board though,
Come
it's
on.
gonna cost a lot more, right?
Yes,
yes.
Because we'll have to pay for an engineer.
Yeah, engineer.
he wanted to know if they assessed it through the board, would they have to pay an engineer? The board had to hire their own engineer and
Yeah,
money.
right.
Eddie, were you gonna say something?
Well, I think what Charlie's
Now, come up
concerned
here.
about is,
Come up here and just say your name real quick if you don't mind. Come on up here.
Don't be shy, Ed.
Don't be shy.
Ed Graham, I farm Charlie's ground, and, what he's concerned about is, we got a water problem out there.
Yeah.
First of all, that ditch goes a long way, and when you go on the west side of 13, it's broken down all over the place. Everybody doesn't go in and fix, they just leave big holes. There's some holes back in there, back on the west side where it goes into Taylor Creek, that 5 or 6 of us could get down in, and then on the east side where that drains down, all those houses along there, you don't know. We've been in there for several years too, but probably their septic tanks, everything goes into that, and it's plugged. And then when you go to get money from them, they're going to fight you. They're not going to spend a penny, The landowners that doesn't live in the area where they see it every day, they're probably not going to like it either. So consequently, I'm like Charlie. If we don't move on something some way, it'll never get done. In my lifetime, or it is.
Well, I'll be the first one. Years ago, I'd known that ditch for 50 years. 40 years ago, the county highway had a thing, and when they done the berms, we hauled that over and covered that tile. Because that tile never had any cover on it. I'm not saying there's not places down through there. I know there is.
Sure.
Okay? I'm just saying that I don't think the drainage board, when we're talking assessing
Right.
the people what we're assessing an acre, has any business in it.
Right.
They've got to get a committee and work it out among themselves.
And I'll tell you what, in reality, and
He'll tell you on the,
when they put a group together, though, they're going to have their hands full. It's sad. It's sad.
yeah.
And
we can't
they're going to have their
satisfy
hands full.
everybody.
But there's going to be a bunch of people that says, "I'm not spending the money."
Eddie, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
After, I'm assuming we're gonna plant, let's say it rains in the next couple of weeks, are you willing to have, just a landowner meeting at your shop?
No, because
That's fine.
I don't.
No, it's fine. Because if you were, I'd ask Mark and see if he would, or anybody else.
I would rather one of the big group involved.
Yeah.
I'm here with Charlie, set of ears for him.
Yeah.
And so that's the reason. Not that I don't, but
That's fine. No, it's,
you got too many outside players now.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlie's got kids.
yeah.
yeah.
Charlie's got 3 boys.
Because I guess I'd like
You
to.
got kids.
Yeah, there's a lot of
But
players.
you're not opposed to having a meeting.
What's that?
You're not opposed to attending a meeting.
No, I don't. Charlie, you're not opposed to having a meeting, are you? No.
Max, you?
And probably Max has probably got more percentage than drainage than anybody. But I don't know about Ron, what he's got, but
You're good.
right here sets a bunch of acres that goes into it.
Max said he'd take care of it.
Max, you take care of it. Call me, and then a couple of us will come,
Yeah.
and then we'll sit down and hash it out.
Since I've been on the board, we tried to get the thing paid at $30 an acre on a ditch assessment, and they fought me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't do it.
Okay, we got it.
I guess it's $15.
They
Okay.
got it handled now. We'll move on to the Jefferson.
Max, you good?
We'll move on to the
Thanks for coming.
Jefferson Drain. Eric Wickersham of American Construction.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the board. Eric Wickersham with American Structure Point. We are asking for permission and approval to construct our planned residential neighborhood of 22 lots located at Kirshner Commons. This will be phase 2 of the project, specifically phase 2A. If there are any questions at this time, I'd be happy to answer.
Is this the email you sent out, Mary? With all the attachments and everything? So,
I just don't know which day.
Okay, this is the email, Mary, sounds like 60 pages long.
Yeah.
I didn't print everybody a copy because
Should've got your email.
No, that's okay. I didn't bring it all.
this,
I do have a copy of.
That's all.
Do you mind if I introduce myself?
Yes, please.
I just want to introduce myself briefly. My name's Andrea Masvero. I serve with 1846 Enterprises, and we're working on this development in conjunction with Taylor University. It's part of our Main Street Mile initiative. We know how important it is to add appropriate housing in Grant County, and so we're excited about this project. But just wanted to
spell your last name.
Masvero, M-A-S-V-E-R-O. I live at 1478 South Second in Upland. So, just wanted to say that I am relatively new to Grant County. I moved here about 2 years ago, but have definitely learned how important farmland is and these drains are. And so we've hired some very capable engineers to help with making sure that there's minimal impact to this drain. So hopefully this is a straightforward request, but we're happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Where is this located? 22 houses going to be located roughly? I mean,
Yes, it is. Well, do you know where Ivanhoe's is? It's on. That's an easy landmark. So it's on Berry, just off of Berry Street, and it cuts the corner between Berry Street and Main Street, just south of downtown.
It's about east of the old school, Gordon. You know where the old school was on Main Street?
Yeah.
well, yes,
Just east of the old school, back behind the trees.
Yep.
It's,
We have a ditch goes through there?
yes, Jefferson Ditch parallels Main Street, north and south.
Building in the ditch or moving the ditch or?
I'll let Eric address that, but I think this is very minimal impact.
At this time, we have a minor encroachment into the legal drain with the connection to the sanitary sewer, though the plan at this time is to restore the grading back to its existing conditions. There used to be a road crossing going over the ditch, but we have since removed that for phasing concerns, and we'll be looking for approval for that at a second meeting for Phase 2B once we get to that point.
You, Barry?
Yes.
Okay, so are you, in this drawing here, can I see the drawing?
Yes.
You're talking about the sanitary sewer, that you want the manholes in it, in the easement?
Yes,
Right here.
yes, this will be minorly encroaching, as you can see the easement line coming down here.
Just show them guys over there.
Show them the big one. If I got to put this little.
So we have our sanitary sewer will be coming down through this area, connecting to the existing, and there will be a minor encroachment here at the upper edge of the easement, right here.
You know.
I can show you guys in more detail on this.
How far distance away?
There you go. So minor encroachment, and then up here as well. So
199 feet.
Never be good.
143.
It's probably strange now.
Everything's gonna be buried.
So, right.
Just gonna have manholes stick up that high.
Eric, so really, the sanitary sewer's gonna be buried on
The
that.
dotted line there, where's the stick?
Right here.
Okay.
Raymond, what do you got opinions?
Manhole, you can go around. Got them all over the place. Little newbies got them in the trailer court.
Plus the manholes are out there 60 feet or so from the, it's not like they're right up next to the ditch.
And we do plan on using bolted lids just to ensure that any flood conditions don't lift up the lids, remove them. They will have sealants to make sure that there is no penetration into the sanitary sewer.
This one was supposed to put manholes in.
No.
They'd be above ground or
This is up.
level, surface.
We will have them slightly
Elevated.
bumped up from the ground.
University out over there.
So we just want to give them a right of way, right? Because,
Exactly what are you asking for?
because what I'm saying is, you know, how we're about the 75-foot easement, right? So we would just want to give them a right of way, correct? What,
Right.
how much property you think you would
Is
need?
that what you're wanting?
Come back over here to the microphone.
Effectively, we would just be looking for an encroachment into the legal drain just to install the sewer. After that, it would just be for maintenance in the future if it ever needs that.
Just a right of way.
So basically right away.
I mean, how many feet wide do you think you need? 30? Just to be safe if you ever had to dig it up, I'm saying.
I'd probably say, yeah, about 30 feet would be sufficient for trenching, open cut.
What do you think?
You want us to vacate?
No.
No, we're just gonna give them a right of way.
Like you
Now
did
put it in
We just want to allow them to work in our
right of way.
Easement.
And then that way, if anything does happen in the future, they have a right of way to go back in there and repair it.
Yes. And we're not reducing the 75 feet, right? No.
We're not, no, we're just giving them where they can put their pipe in there.
And effectively, we will be restoring the surface of the land back to existing contours, reseeding it to ensure that there is no effect on the ditch itself.
It'll be better than it is.
And then that's all. No, we'll have that in a contract, right? That you'll reseed all that and.
Yes, that's part of our plans with the erosion control to ensure seed blanketing to make sure that the seed does not get washed away in a rain event until the grass establishes and so on and so forth.
What is on your big map here? What is this this line right here? Is this line already installed?
What's that?
What's this line right here?
That is a property line.
Okay, that's what I want to know, because if that, whether that went across the open ditch or not, or what, but you are not taking anything across the open ditch.
No, not at this time.
Is your company the one that's taking the trees down over there now? Or is someone else taking out the trees?
I'm not aware of any construction activities at this time on the site.
There's all kinds of trees been removed.
We have topped the trees to comply with the VAT law. To make way.
What?
We've topped the trees to make way.
No, there's been trees removed there on Jefferson Ditch, just about straight east of where the old school used to be.
Yes, that's where the road plan would be to connect to Main Street in the future, but there have been no stumps removed or anything. It's just the tops of the trees. Yep.
Tops of trees.
Well, tops.
6 inches above the ground?
Yes.
Okay.
Not wrong.
It's kind of like recentering the channel, not straightening it up.
They're about to put a six,
I understand.
We asked for topping. The contractor went ahead with generous topping. Yes.
What do you think?
That's just a right of way.
You all right with it? Gordon?
It's basically what you did in Fairmount with the sewer project in Fairmount, same thing.
Oh,
What do
yeah.
you think?
Well, I don't have no problem with it if everything's gonna be buried except the man lids. And they're, I like how they're almost out to the edge of the easement. They're almost out to the 75 feet. And then they're not crossing the open ditch. And we're not vacating it, we're not reducing our easement. We're just giving them permission to go. And
That means there won't be houses built there.
That's not going across the ditch anywhere?
Not at this time. There is a planned phase 2B, which will be a future time to put a road crossing.
By the road crossing with the sewer crossing there?
The sewer crossing will be there. We have planned for that in the future, so that way the two don't conflict with each other. But at this time, we're not looking for approval for the road crossing.
the only other question I had is you have a proposed wet pond, correct?
Yes.
Where does that drain?
So there is an existing dry basin there, and we are looking to excavate out the dry basin and turn it into a wet pond, and it will drain out to the existing infrastructure that's already draining to. We have ensured with our modeling that any and all additional flow going to that will not increase the release rates that were previously existing there.
Is that drain to the Jefferson ditch?
I would believe so as it goes downstream, yes.
Somewhere.
What do you think, Gordon?
Who's gonna maintain that?
What, maintain what?
Well, just what he talked
The
about.
pond, the holding pond?
Presumably the homeowners association.
Homeowner association.
Because we've dealt.
Another Lomax.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but this thing
It
is,
doesn't go through there.
So actually, let me.
look on that sheet and they'll show the pond. There's a pond on that sheet and how far away it is. It's clear out of the.
Oh, yes, it's far outside of it.
And I should correct that statement. There is a homeowners association for the homes, but the pond is maintained by 1846 Enterprises, which is my organization.
So it's way down there.
Here's the wet pond, yeah, here's a wet pond and here's Jefferson ditch, clear down here.
That's property line.
Well, we sure had a problem out Myers.
Not yet. Not till they build up more.
I need a motion.
I move we allow them to place their manhole covers in our 75-foot easement along the Jefferson ditch at their cost.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed.
One opposed?
Going to vote. Kenny, how'd you vote?
How'd you vote?
For or against it?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Motion carries.
Take your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
You want this back?
Yeah.
Eric.
Move on to other business. The Lomax drain, set a hearing date.
I'll look at it. You can get it from us, and we also have
Okay, so Mary just gave us paperwork. The Lomax dates, the possibilities is July 14th, July 28th, August 11th, and August 25th,
or anytime after.
or anytime after that. You want to tell them what's about?
The, just to raise the rate,
Well, this,
the rate should come up.
this is about the legal, or Lomax drain, just to raise the rates on the commercial and businesses.
Not changing any others.
No.
Any of those dates work for you, Raymond? Or you need law? Or do you need law?
Those are the proposals.
Ready, isn't it? Lomax is ready. We're ready with the Lomax.
See, we'll leave it up, what date you want.
We're on the 14th, we'll get it out of the way.
I mean, you said it was ready, right?
14th.
Yes.
July?
14th of July.
Yeah, when the motion's made, they'll need to put how many years.
Okay, so I need a motion.
Make a motion that we have a public hearing for the Lomax for a rate increase. The acreage will stay at $5, is currently at, the home sites stay at $20, is currently at $5 parcel. The new ones will be the hard surface runoff of $60 and a commercial structure of $250 for a 4-year collection.
How much was the parcel?
Parcel was $5.
Your mom, right?
Yes.
And a minimum,
$1.
it's gotta be at least $5.
Mary.
And then in order to raise it
Need to be $5.
or lower it, you have to
That's
have,
how it comes up. It's $5. Yeah, it just automatically come up.
if you make it $5, you can't lower it. If you were to go in later and lower it for some reason, you just can't lower it by, it's gotta be $5 minimum is the minimum.
So at a minimum of $5.
It is.
Yeah.
Just saying, if we lower any of the other rates, anyhow, okay, minimum $5.
You good? Gordon, you good? I mean, that makes sense?
I mean, that's just making.
Okay, so,
Why so much on the commercial?
not so much on commercial.
If a home site's 20, why is it 250 on a commercial? We're supposed to be charging them by rainfall, not, I mean, they don't.
I think it's,
That's pretty reasonable, I think.
I think I just set up there because of all that hard surface, all the buildings, each building.
I thought you were doing hard surface $60.
Yeah, hard surface $60 and commercials $250. What have we done on other commercials?
We did.
We haven't, that's just what I'm saying.
This is the first.
Bellevue, we had one commercial at
450.
450 and the home sites were 150, maybe?
The reason the home sites and acreage aren't raised on this is just because there's, it's going, at this rate, it'll bring in almost 100,000, it'll shut off at almost 100,000.
And what do we need it so high for?
We don't, it's more just to say, hey, these Commercials need to pay something other than $5, and hard service just needs to pay something other than $5.
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's a big difference between $5 and $60.
Oh, yeah.
Or $5 and $250.
Well, they haven't been paying their fair share for years.
Well, they just got put in, some of them. But, yeah, I mean, no doubt they need to pay their share. It's just, if you're a business, as a business owner, I would have a problem with paying $250 for a property that's smaller than somebody that has a house and paying $20 as an individual. And that's you guys' decision, or my opinion.
Yeah, so we either need I guess we either need a second or somebody to amend it.
I'll second it.
Gordon, did you get your question answered about what are your question on?
I think so, but I'm on a ditch. This is not different. I'm on a ditch, $150 minimum, and I got 3 acres.
So you're $50 an acre, all right?
Yeah.
What you're saying?
Yeah. So I don't want to start.
Why was it set at 150 minimum?
I don't know what it was. I was at the meeting. I don't know, but you just think, oh, I ought to have 3 acres.
Shouldn't be so
and
high.
that $50 an acre I'm paying now. I don't want to stick that on something. You know what I mean?
I could see that rate if it was a tile that the tile was bad and you needed to replace and we're trying to generate money. I could see it being that much for a house. But in a big system, that's a lot of money for a house.
Yeah.
Well, we got a first and a second.
Yeah. Does Molly want to say something?
Hi, Molly Early, Marion, Indiana. Are you guys going to include the new businesses that are being ready to be built over there too?
Yeah, it all go when.
So all of those will go into?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure because they haven't officially broke ground yet, but.
Yep, as they go on tax.
As we start collecting taxes on them, they'll be added.
Okay, just making sure. Thank you.
Okay, we got a motion, second. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Little Black Creek update.
We need to set a hearing.
Oh, I thought we did this.
We got
Anyways,
Quote for request letter.
No,
okay, we need to set a date, reset it for the, Fowler.
Oh, we gotta reset it.
Out in time.
for the Fowler, not the Lomax, we just did Lomax.
What did we set?
We already had the date set, but I didn't get the notices out in time.
For Fowler, Little Black, Fowler.
No, Fowler. It's not on the agenda.
Not on the agenda. We're talking about stuff that's not on the agenda.
Okay, well, we'll wait.
Well, what about the Little Black Creek update of Crow letter request? 4/14/2026.
Stays right here.
Where are we at on Little Black Creek?
I gotta go look at it. Probe it and see how much dirt's in it. It's been raining if you haven't noticed.
So we got, where are we? We're waiting on Little Black Creek. Is there a letter out for the Fowler? You typed a letter for the Fowler?
No.
So we're waiting on
I
that
don't
one.
know, did Mark Mitchner request maintenance on the Fowler? He requested the petition, but did he request maintenance?
I can't answer, I don't know the answer to that question.
We weren't talking about Fowler.
No, we're just asking about the letter. We're not voting on it.
I don't remember him asking for maintenance. I remember him requesting the petition for a hearing, but whether he requested the maintenance or not, I didn't want to write a letter if I wasn't.
Can you bring it back?
We don't need a letter for it, we just needed to schedule a hearing.
Which are we discussing, the letter for maintenance or the public hearing?
I think he's reading it.
Okay, Madison County, we're waiting on parcel from Madison County. Is that right? Did you guys get that cleaned up?
I'm not the one that does assessment.
We asked Mary to contact Madison County about the updated assessment role, and she told us that we told her not to do it.
Okay, hang on a minute. Have you called Madison County?
No, because
You'll call Madison County this week?
No, I was told not to.
We did not tell her not to do it.
Okay, you call Madison County?
Okay.
Yes, they're working on it. Delaware, haven't heard back from them
You can follow up for that and I'll report back next meeting.
Followed up twice, so yeah.
So what happens if they don't call back?
Go
We just-
with it.
We just go on.
There. I don't know how long you want us to wait for it.
Well, last year I had contacted all the joint drains and got their parcel numbers and updated them.
I don't know if they don't report, we gotta, they even request, we take it over. We can't do anything till we get this request. That's, yeah.
Well, what do you mean? Because Mark came in with a petition. Is that right? I mean, is that what that is?
Yeah, but this is yes, he just wanted a public hearing to raise the rate.
Yeah.
Told me the rates he wanted. I'll put it on the next agenda.
Is that what you're asking, board?
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta get the count, if it's, give it.
Yeah, but it ain't on the agenda, so.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And while we're talking about it, the one Greg Brankel was in on last time saying they weren't there, they've moved in and got a lot of work done.
Yeah.
That's my the other day.
All right, anybody from the public want to speak? Come right up, sir.
Randy Kitts, 2102 North, 700 East. It's funny you mentioned Greg, 'cause that's why I'm here. We own ground on the southwest corner of 550 North and 500 East, and Hummel Creek goes on the south side of 550 and wanders around towards the southwest, towards 400 and on farther west. So they're currently doing a good job. They're up to 550 North, but that's where it stops. So I'm just here to see what we could do to do our side. There's a lot of trees, a lot of brush. I'm not sure it needs dipped out, but definitely needs trees cut out and brush cut out. It's been a long time since maintenance has been done there, so.
Well, what you have to do is get on the minutes with Mary, and then we'll have to approve the next phase, make it like a phase, right, Raymond?
I'll have to get it bid.
You guys approved me to write letters
Send a
to.
letter out for quotes.
Yeah.
You got time to go out and walk it with him so we know what we're doing?
We're doing the other half of it right now.
I can go look at it and I can work it in to go look at, but it's not gonna be tomorrow.
That's fine.
And then we'll just have to come back to with Mary, and she'll get you on the agenda.
That'd be fine. I do have erosion strips on both sides of the creek, so they could work on it at any time and not mess up any crops. So.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you.
What are you gonna say, Raymond?
So just, you want me to look at it and cut? Randy, how far would you say it is from 550 to the next road?
Well, it goes southwest, so it goes in between our farm, goes through John Mills and Woodmancy. So.
Goes clear to 450.
Is there a mile in there?
There'd be a mile.
Yeah.
And then you could go on farther if you wanted to. You go past 400.
Maybe 50,000 if we go a mile. Do you want to do that much, or do you want to just do a shorter distance? We don't want to do the whole top end and get all the water flowing down the Bocox and find the log.
And flood it all out.
Yeah. I've got contact with the ones at the bottom of Hummel, but I haven't made it back out there to pursue getting access to get to that ditch.
Well,
How much are they spending now out on Hummel?
It's like 27,000, I think.
well, we'll wait on you to look at it, then we can come back and
Okay, with a
go
distance
from there.
description.
Just let me know. I can
You want on both sides or one side?
both sides.
That makes it more expensive.
Yeah.
More.
It's
But
pretty nice.
at least he knows what he's looking at.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank
All
you,
right.
sir.
Thank you.
Anybody else from the public?
All right, real quick, I will state that, are you gonna say anything?
Sorry?
Are you gonna say anything?
I can, I'd like to, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I just gonna make a not make a motion, I just gonna make a mention that we got the drawing that we asked for the last meeting for the Jay Winters on, for the Jay Winters drain vacation. I appreciate that, I think we all have that in our packet, and so, yeah, that's what we've been waiting for 8 weeks now, so, that's on the agenda the next meeting, right?
That's what I was just gonna ask, yeah, well, I just wanna make sure we're complying with the rules and
Yep,
make sure we get put on the
Dave has
agenda.
asked
Yes.
Is there anything else that we can do to help you guys make your decision?
I think the homeless harm donut has to be signed, separate paper, David.
Well, the mayor, the letter we submitted from the mayor is on the authority of the redevelopment commission. They've already met and discussed this issue, so
Yeah,
but if you
I'm saying
want it in
the whole-
another form, we'll try to get it in another form, but
Well,
this
what I
week,
was told, you have to have it notarized. And the board has to sign it, and the commissioners, because we want no harmless for the board and the county.
now, I'm not your attorney, obviously, and I don't want to, I can't give you guys legal advice, but I can say on behalf of an attorney who's represented government for 30 years and been in government myself, I've never heard of that rule or seen that rule. So, but we just want to do whatever we can do to put this behind everyone and move on. So we'll draft some sort of an agreement and we'll have the mayor's signature on as the authority. We'll make sure it's notarized. And would you like us to forward that to your attorney ahead of time so we don't have to wait on him to read it, or how would you like us to handle that? Okay. Yeah, we'll get that to him within the next day or two. Is there anything other information you gentlemen need to help make your decision?
I think your drawing looks good.
Okay.
I really appreciate it.
And again, I just want to stress, this is only a 2-parcel tile, and we're one of the parcels, we being the redevelopment commission. The other is the American Legion. And we've submitted a letter of support from the Legion for this.
Yes, we got that.
Okay.
I'll speak here in just a moment.
Sure. Anything else you guys want from us? Thank you.
Thank you. Come right in, sir.
I'm Rusty sharing with the American Legion Post 95 in Jonesboro. We have that campground out there at the 22 and I-69. The J. Winter ditch, our pond drains into that. And we had the mayor out the other day. We had numerous people out there with us from the Legion that's on our e-board, and we went ahead and after talking with the mayor and what they would like to do out there, put that factory in out there, we went ahead and agreed that they would take the responsibility of that J. Winter ditch, if everybody here at the board agrees on it. But on our part, I mean, we're okay with redeveloping out there and trying to improve Gas City and bringing in more jobs and more businesses. So we don't want to stop that. All our concerns was to make sure that our pond is not infected and our campground itself was not infected.
That's our goal too.
And the mayor said that they have they'll have their own drainage system in there and the water system. So that's what our concern is with American Legion, with our campground. Because our campground is very nice. We have a lot of veterans in out there. We're still getting more in. So, and our pond, I mean, they go out fishing all the time out there at the pond. So that's what our concern was, and that's what we expressed to the mayor. And we all agreed on it, signed the paper. He's got a copy of it.
Yes,
We
sir.
have a copy.
We got a copy.
So, that's what our concerns was.
Okay.
But we don't want to stop the growth of Gas City or any community.
Yes, sir.
So, if you have any other questions, I'll be more than glad to come back up and answer.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, I appreciate it very much.
Anybody else?
Chuck, the only other thing got is Mary asked about the extreme job list and who's supposed to put it on there, and she can't get paid until.
Yeah, he's about done. He called me yesterday.
Well, we need
As I've been talked about before in a meeting.
We need the surveyor to put it on there so Mary can pay him.
Surveyor didn't approve it. You guys approved it. Was that a meeting?
You've done it before with DB.
Everything goes on there. Everything, every job. We went through this over and over. Every job goes on there, so we know where the money is. And we can
Then have
account
Mary
for it.
put it on there.
Raymond, you have to write the letter before she sends the bid out. You know this is your job. We voted on this and everything. The whole board did. So you gotta do it.
You voted on me putting the pre-approval thing. Those are things I pre-approved that I put on that list. These are not pre-approved.
Listen to me.
These are quoted projects. No, you listen to me.
No, you listen to me because I'm the drainage board president. We
Yes, you
voted
are.
this and we made a motion for every job to be on there. So we knew as a board what's going on, Raymond. This ain't about, I don't want to hear nothing else. Motion to adjourn.
Real quick, and I'll address this and I'll make a motion to adjourn, but, Raymond, I think it'd be nice if you put them on there. That way, one person puts them on there, one person does it all. And
And not one person doing it now. She's taking
You have,
things off that I put on.
Raymond, you have 3 people in your office. Mary is 1 person.
Yeah,
So use your people.
I use my people. This is Mary's job.
This is your job. This board voted on it, dude. We voted on this for you to do this, Raymond.
They are pre-approvals.
We want every job on there, so us board members
Put them on
knew.
there.
You are supposed to, because you make the letters before she sends them out.
And she changes the letters when they get sent out, and I don't see them before.
What have I
they-
changed? Please tell me.
Yeah, that's enough. We're gonna discuss this public. I'll make a motion to adjourn. Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion adjourned.